I got a question for you. Does Bronny drive himself to the games, or does he go with dad? This is a real question.
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back on another episode, and I'm here with my main man. Not my man, my main man. Remember Ahmad Rashad back in the day? All the guys were his main man. But this is my main man.
The main man.
My main man.
Hey, yo.
Yo, the Chico.
What's good?
What's good, man? How you doing?
Okay,
hey, man. All is okay over here.
All is okay.
Yes, sir.
All day, every day.
All day, every day. So far, so good. Thankful for another day. Thankful for another day. You know, you get to open your eyes and live a blessed life.
Yeah.
Guess can't ask for more than that. Bro. Right? I get to chill here, spend time with my boy, you know, family. Right? My brother from another. Well, what more can I ask?
You don't really understand that that's a real thing.
It's
not even just a...
Oh, no, I'm not just saying it just to say it.
like people in real life outside of the internet, when they see it, they're like, oh, yeah, no, it's real.
Yeah. Oh, it's absolutely real.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, y'all are a family, like the Think RBA family.
Oh, yeah, no, this is different.
But this is different. This is that.
It's deep.
It's deep. This runs deep.
The bloodline.
And I'm about to be very soon in this man's upbringing, in his neck of the woods where he grew up.
I know.
Very soon I'm about to be in that land.
How small is this world?
Dude, so small, right? So small. And the crazy part is that the event that my son is about to attend in your neck of the woods has been going on for so many years, right?
Yeah, how many years?
Longer than I think I'm old.
Wow.
I think he's been going on forever. Like it's been that long where he's been running a camp out there, a basketball camp.
So probably all the way back to when I was in high school.
I'm thinking 30, 40 years. I'm thinking.
Oh yeah.
Which is,
as long as it's been for 20, I mean.
Yeah.
I graduated 20 years ago. Jeez.
I didn't want to think about mine, man.
My gosh. 20 years ago, I had just graduated like 2 weeks ago.
Right. And that's as wild as me saying, I think about our kids and how many months they're away from.
Bruh, right? Don't even. You got 36 months and you're in ninth grade. Like, wait, what? No.
Pause. Time out. Rewind.
See, the math don't work that way for me.
I like hearing 3 years, not 36 months, right?
My math don't work.
Math ain't mathing?
No, I mean it maths.
It's maths, but
I don't do my math that way.
I don't want to hear it. It's like pay periods, right? Think about life as pay periods.
No. That would be
24 pay periods in a year, generally.
No.
Think about it that way.
No, I'm not going to do that. Nope. We're going to do years, not months.
Okay.
And we're going to keep it like that.
Yeah. And so along these lines, right, we kind of jumped a few topics already, right? Just this little
jumped all the way around. People are probably like, what are they talking about?
And that's exactly what I was about to get into, is that this is the episode where I like to call it the Seinfeld episode, an episode about nothing. Because literally, full disclosure, we came in here like, bro, what are we talking about today? Because we didn't get time to chat, you know, go back and forth on text or whatever else.
Yeah. Well, we haven't been able to make time for it.
Correct. So we said, you know what? We're going to come in and we're going to RBA.
We're just going to talk.
We're just going to talk.
We have no idea what we're going to talk about.
But we're just going to get into something.
For the next, we've knocked down about 5 minutes already.
And look how many topics we jumped into 5 minutes.
We got another 40 to 45 to go.
Bro, if it is the one thing I know about you and I.
We can talk.
You and I can talk.
Once we start going.
Yeah. And a random stranger, I might have a tough time with it.
This is a show about nothing.
It's the Seinfeld episode, right? So maybe we can put the music in the back. I don't know if we can. It might be a copyright issue. I don't know.
I don't know.
Antonio will let us know.
It will.
But sir, I have a question.
Okay.
USA basketball.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? I feel like the Avengers are assembling today. They came together today, apparently. There were some...
Oh, yeah. There's the practices. Yeah, I saw a tweet that said that this is the greatest AAU team ever. Ever assembled.
Wow.
No, I mean, so for me, like this, thank God for the Olympics this year. Because on any other year, like this time right now, once the finals is over, the NBA draft is over, football hasn't started.
Right.
Like the only thing that's happening is baseball, which right now really doesn't matter till like we get closer to later August, September, as they start to get through the pennant races or whatever. So like for me as a sports guy, like this right now, because this is what, first week of July that we're in, as we're recording this, it's probably not going to drop for a little while, but it's the worst time of the year. So thank God that there's like some Olympics that are going on. So yeah, I mean, I look forward to. So personally, I like the Olympics.
Okay.
It's the one time of the year that, besides, obviously, I'm going to keep an eye on USA basketball, but it's the only time that I'll watch some of these other crazy sports. Like, I love watching the swimming events. Okay. I love watching the track and field event. Like, stuff that I just normally wouldn't watch because you're literally, I don't know, I think just for me, as a very, very casual, very super casual in all of those sports, it's like, this is the best of that every country has to offer. Right. And they're coming to compete in this event for the summer. Right. I mean, the diving competitions, the synchronized dives are crazy. Like the precision that they have to have. Like, so, and I'm also excited because my daughter, this is the first summer, we sign up for the community pool and she's been on the swim team. Now she hasn't competed in anything. She's like, I just want to learn. Sure. I don't want to compete yet, but she's super into it. Okay. And apparently she's been pretty good. Okay. So she is looking forward to watching the swim events with me. Okay. So now I get basketball with the boy, get the swim events with her. So like, I'm definitely looking forward to a summer of being able to kind of keep up with that, just non-traditional sports that are happening. So I'm excited because, like I said, if we didn't have the Olympics, like this is the hardest part of the year to get through as a sports fan.
Well, there's another important event that passed recently, which I know in American sports is not big, but on a global scale, it's huge. Like it's very, very, very major. And this is cricket. The cricket championships, apparently, I'm not very knowledgeable about it because I don't watch cricket like that. But there was a finals match that happened in New York City recently. It was India versus Pakistan, which is a very big deal in the cricket world, and especially with those two rivalries going at each other, clearly from a border standpoint as well. And India normally wins, and they won again. And New York City was loud and popping. Yeah, popping, bro. It was major. Like, but again, U.S. media wouldn't cover it like that. But on a global scale, it was huge. So that's another event that just recently passed. Yeah, I wouldn't expect Western civilization to be too up on that.
Didn't you just send me some like crossover with the India's best cricket player? Correct. And how he has more followers than somebody? Whoa.
He has more followers than I think it was combined. LeBron might have been some other Serena.
Just crazy.
And just all these major athletes that we know of in the Western world, and Tiger and whoever else. And he himself, his name is Virat Kohli, VIRAT KOHLI. And he himself has more followers than them, all those people combined, which tells you how big that
India is.
India and just the sport is globally, because he has fans all over the place. Yeah. Similar to Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi. Their followers count is like LeBron can't even touch that, right? These guys can't even touch those counts. It tells you how big the sport is. Those are global sports. Just because we don't like it here, we don't cover it, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Yeah. There's a world outside of,
right? Is there though? You sure?
There's a huge world outside that we're sleeping. So yeah, there was that event happened, and I love the Olympics because, again, like you said, we get to get a taste of every country's best, but not just their best, but their best in a lot of different. It's like a buffet. You get a little bit of everything. It's like when you go to the big Chinese buffet, like the one which has like almost like 50 dishes that you could pick from. It's like that. And you get to like archery,
it's
right?
Crazy.
Fencing.
Is this the year that they're putting in flag football, or is that the next one?
That I'm not done.
I need to look that up.
We could look into that.
We need to look that up because that would be fun.
That'd be great,
That'd be fun.
That'd be wonderful. And it's just like all these sports that I normally wouldn't watch, but also like those people now get their shine in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know who the greatest, nor would I sit and try to watch, I don't know, the best archer out there. But I'm sure the precision and skill needed to perform at a top tier and global level is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So I look forward to watching that. One of my favorite ones, my ultimate favorite ones, bro. I love volleyball. Volleyball is my second favorite sport. Beach volleyball and indoor volleyball.
Dude, the water
polo, water volleyball. Yes. Like I love all those sports, and normally there's no league out there that runs that you can watch that. So now
it's on ESPN Ocho.
So now I get to watch that, right? And I get a taste of that. So it's wonderful. I love the Olympics.
Yeah.
Track and field is a mainstream event. Generally, swimming is a mainstream event. Volleyball as well. But I think some of these other sports, which are probably not as mainstream, like gymnastics, right? I know it's a big thing, but you don't get to see them frequently. You get to see them every 4 years.
Yeah.
So this is like, I train. It's like what Usain Bolt once said, right? I train for however long I train throughout the year to run for like 8 seconds or run 100 yards or 100 meters.
Right.
Which is insane. But after 4 years.
Yep.
So like the discipline and mindset you have to be able to do that is next level. It's not like, oh, next season we'll try again. No.
Right.
Not next season we'll try again.
Right. In 4 years, you're 4 years older.
Correct.
There's more new competition coming up, and
a lot can change.
So
that's why I love the Olympics.
No, I do too. It definitely fills a void in the summertime for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And it also like gives an opportunity to those people who don't get that shine, and now they can get that shine. Yeah.
So USA basketball is getting the gold?
That's a great question.
I saw a tweet, and I don't know if this was legit or not, that showed it said like the death group.
Okay.
And it had like Greece. It had Greece, Australia,
France,
Spain,
probably,
and Argentina or something.
Really? No France?
Nah, no France and USA wasn't in there.
Wow.
No, Canada in there because Canada has a squad of NBA players. They got Shai and
they got Jamal Murray,
Brooks,
Shai,
Jamal Murray. Like they got a squad of people. Wiggins.
Bro, the way France is churning out talent is.
They got Gobert. They got
Wemby. I mean, right there.
That's gonna be tough.
I think they both stand like tip to tip. They probably cover like the whole width of the court, or almost.
Talk about things being easy. One of the clips that I saw was Steph shooting from the FIBA line. They were like, it's probably like a grown man dunking on a child's hoop. The way he was just shooting, because the FIBA line, 3-point line is closer.
Closer, right.
So he was just draining. I was like, that's going to be easy money for him.
Oh, I'm sure.
Easy money.
So it's the college line around, I'm assuming?
Ish, yeah.
Yeah, ish, right?
Yeah, easy enough for them.
Listen, Steph can shoot from whatever line he wants, and it'll be easy for him.
Steph can shoot from the 5-point line.
They may need to create one just for him.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because the players assembled today.
Yeah.
Right?
The Avengers
assembled today, and we got a chance to kind of watch them through social media, get together and, do a bunch of drills and warm-ups and kind of like what you see.
I mean,
and you also I saw some players who came out and they look a little different, a little more bulked up, a little more, like they've been working on themselves.
Like who?
Like AD. AD looked a little more bulked up.
Yeah.
So I look forward to hopefully he stays healthy to stay on the floor, right? Him, Kawhi. I was kind of side-eyed when I saw Joel Embiid on the USA team. But again, to each their own.
You mean the guy who was born and raised in
the Cameroon?
Cameroon, yeah.
Like I said, to each their own.
I mean, it's probably the only ring he's ever going to win.
I don't know, man. The Philly looks nice. Acquired, come on, PG, Embiid, Maxey? Bro, seriously?
They got to stay healthy.
I agree.
How many games has PG played the last couple of years? How many games has Embiid played the last couple of years?
So
even Maxey got hurt this year. Like,
valid point.
If we get them together for 20 games, what does it matter?
Valid point. However, on paper.
How many times have we seen these teams on paper? On paper last year, the Clippers should have won it all.
That is true.
PG, Kawhi,
Russ
Harden, plus the rest of the squad they had
around them. That was like a 2K lineup.
Yeah, I mean, so on paper, everything sounds real real good and kosher. And then the ball tips off. And if those players aren't on the floor, what does it matter? Not impressed. Not impressed.
Not impressed.
It has nothing to do with like the players. Just that, I mean, history is history. They're not playing them enough games. They're getting older.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
true. It's a valid point.
Even Embiid in the Team USA practice, there's a clip of him and they're playing against high school kids, practicing against high school, like I think the Team USA select or whatever.
Okay.
And he was still complaining for fouls in the practice against high school kids.
Was it Embiid?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, there's a clip. I'll send it to you. Yeah, there's a clip out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I was like, in practice? Not a game. Not a game. We talking about practice against high school kids.
Well, I'm not happy to hear that.
But there was this one high school kid. I don't know. He's like 16 or 17.
You nice?
He was nice.
Yeah.
He was killing him. I was like, oh.
Name?
I forget. I have to go back and find it.
Okay.
It's out there. It's
potential prospect.
Twitterable.
It's Twitterable.
It's Xable.
Hey, now it's a word.
It's Xable.
Xable.
Yeah. No, he was nice too. He was nice.
Yeah. That's the other thing. Like a lot of these. You remember that one year where the USA team, they were practicing whatever. There's a bunch of kids watching them.
Yeah.
And how many of them were future
it was Book
ballers?
And,
D'Lo, Book.
D'Lo, yeah. There's a whole rack.
There's a whole slew of them, right?
Yeah. Theo Pinson and some other people.
So is this
Cat? I think Cat was in there.
Cat may have been in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the?
I think this one was different though, because
so?
they were just watching this one. They were actually getting some run in with.
Okay.
Can you imagine, like,
bro,
you're 17 and you're running with fucking LeBron and KD and
yeah,
man,
That's
grown men.
Who else to learn from? Who better to learn from?
No, absolutely.
That's an opportunity like I would cherish.
Yeah. You know who else balled out today? To give away what day we're recording this, if anybody looks it up. Jose Alvarado.
Okay.
From the Pelicans.
The guy who always steals from the back. Yeah.
So he pulled Puerto Rico into the Olympics.
Oh, did he?
He did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like he had the whole stadium chanting his name. Got up on the scorer's table and
had his moment? He had his moment?
He had his moment.
That's awesome.
It was great. Yeah, he was trending earlier today. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
I saw some alerts for was it Giannis? Kind of helping Greece kind of get to that next level, but you're just kind of expecting.
Yeah, I mean, kind of expect that. Kind of you expect Germany.
Yeah, Germany.
Oh, you
France.
kind of expect is it Croatia?
Could be.
Or Luka. Or
is he only Croatian? It's another Croatian player. Yeah, but it could be. Yeah.
He's supposed to be the guy.
Yeah.
You know, so
you expect certain teams to make it.
Yeah.
But Puerto Rico, I mean, that's nice.
Yeah, that was
so good for him.
That was really
nice. Unsung hero.
Yeah, he killed it.
I love hearing
He
stuff.
was balling out too.
I love hearing stuff like that.
As you see these things in the Olympics, these players from the NBA that go to the Olympics and they become like, Patty Mills for Australia.
Bro, he's a baller.
Kill it.
For Australia. Him and was it Dellavedova? Like, these guys are ballers back in their countries.
Yep.
They're hoopers.
They run their whatever system their country runs, and it's like, oh damn, like why don't they get it? That just goes to show you how good the NBA is.
Correct. It also goes to show you that there's a certain level, a layer of politics as well in the NBA. Where there's the whole thing about like if you pay someone more, give them more of an opportunity rather than like there's a level of that as well.
That and the FIBA rules are different too. So
that is true. That is true.
That all plays into it. But
that's a good point.
So who do you think is gonna be in the championship with USA?
So I don't know, right? I have to look at the other teams like Spain. I don't know what their team looks like. They usually have a pretty good squad. But apparently France is favored.
I mean,
from what I understand.
I don't know if the new kid that we drafted, if he's playing or not.
That's a great question.
That'd be good.
I mean, I would imagine he is.
Imagine if he is, if he was number one pick in the draft.
Right.
Going in there with Wemby and
Gobert,
maybe back-to-back years, a player from France has been the number one pick.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So that reminds me. I can't remember who the other player was, but he's an NBA player. Schroeder.
Yeah, he's Germany.
Schroeder and Evan Fournier.
Yep.
Got into a little tussle.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that? Like, it was like a choke.
Oh,
he was choking him?
Yeah, but then they dapped it up.
Yeah, they dapped it up there. But I was like, what's going on?
They were choking each other.
But I like that level of intensity. So that's the other thing I love about Euro basketball that I'm not so fond of American, I guess the Western basketball, is that those fans, they are die hard. And they're not just like regular fans. They're fans that are like, that stadium shakes when they chant.
Yeah.
Like you know, soccer stadium
it's like
shake?
they're like soccer fans.
Yeah. And now they're also basketball fans. So, so for a player to come out of that system with those fans and being like, you're kind of already trained technically to come here and deal with whatever Boston can give you, whatever Utah can give you. What those fans are doing is a whole nother level.
Yeah, the intensity is definitely different. And then when you're playing for your country, I mean,
right?
You're not. This isn't game, 52 of 82,
right?
On the road playing fucking Kings or somebody like,
hey,
or the Pistons. Let's say the Pistons.
Okay.
Like you're saying game 52 playing the Pistons on the road, and you're like, oh, okay, this is gonna be an easy night, ended early kind of thing. No, like you're playing for your country, pride of country, in front of the fans. Like it's intense. Like that's the other thing. Like the further we get out of group play, and we start getting into the tournament style thing. Like man, that intensity every game is crazy.
Yeah, it gets like real, and that's also feel like where like the stars kind of shine through that. You brought up the Kings. You saw what happened with the Kings?
Yeah, I'm not impressed either.
No? DeMar DeRozan?
These guys are like towards the twilight of
their career. So this you're not see much happening there?
I don't know. What is that going to change? That going to propel them into the Western Conference Finals?
I don't know, but I mean him, De'Aaron Fox.
Okay, are they going to be better than...
It's the West, I get it.
Denver, Phoenix...
I think at Phoenix, at this point, Phoenix, anyone's better.
The Mavs.
So what do you think about that one? That's another one. Not impressed?
What about what? I don't even remember
what they did. I don't even remember
what they did. What did they do?
He doesn't acknowledge. Klay Thompson.
Again.
Wow.
We did an episode. We got a short in the archives where we put Klay's face on a milk carton. So like... I'm just saying. So,
man's firing shots.
Is he a difference maker?
Clearly, it wasn't enough for Warriors to keep it. But so the dynasty's over officially now, right? At this point,
officially,
it's.
Well, I mean, it was been over.
But
I think it was over when the punch happened.
Oh, but they won after that punch.
That was the beginning of the end.
Okay.
They won in spite of that punch.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Again, these guys, is Klay a difference maker?
What if he has a revival?
DeMar a difference maker? He's a great player.
Some would say so.
He's a great player, but again, does that make them better than Denver? Does it make them better than Phoenix?
The Western Conference is tough.
Does it make them better than Boston? Does it make them better than Milwaukee?
Again, though, health plays a role, right?
I mean, it does. But so DeMar's a guy who's stayed relatively healthy. But again, if that's all you got, that's their big three. It's not like they've got a fourth guy. So who does it make them better than?
Yeah.
I mean, you could even argue, are they better than the Lakers? Really?
I like to see that matchup.
I mean, the Lakers got Bronny, Bron, and AD. Like,
wait, are you putting Bronny in a big three talk already?
I had to do it because we haven't talked about that either.
So there you go. Here's another one.
So that was just a segue for you.
Let's do it. Bronny is a big three, apparently.
So, no, it's not. Let's just be very clear. There was a lot of conversation about nepotism.
Yes.
And I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it.
Please.
I mean, I just don't understand it. The nepotism exists in every sport, and when it's white owners, they don't care about it. Who runs the Lakers? Jeannie Buss. Who was Jeannie Buss's dad?
Correct. Yeah.
Dr. Jerry Buss. Right? He owned the Lakers,
right?
And then who took it over? Oh, his kid.
But that's a business, though, right? I'm just playing devil's advocate. So
Jerry Jones,
okay.
Who runs his business? Who runs the Cowboys? Stephen Jones, the other Jones, bro, I don't forget his name.
But they're all like family.
They're all family,
correct? But it's a business.
So
you're not attempting to show your talent to try out for a team. It's different, right? Athletic performance is different than just taking your dad's business.
Last year, the Cowboys drafted a running back in the 4th round or whatever.
Okay.
Who was the son of one of the coaches.
Was he? I don't even know.
I mean, but nepotism in sports has been
I agree.
Rampant across.
Absolutely.
So what's the problem?
I'm sorry. Can I take another leap of this, a step further beyond this point?
Sure. No, you're not allowed to.
Antetokounmpo.
Thanasis.
And his other brothers.
Well, but Thanasis has been the one who stayed.
Correct. So like nepotism, yes, is as an absolute. It's like it's so deeply embedded into sports that what are we getting upset about?
The Lakers didn't have to do it.
Also, they picked him 55.
And that's the thing that's crazy. Right. It's not like the Hawks took him with the number 1 pick. Like, right. Oh my God, like what are you doing? Like clearly you're just doing that to try to get LeBron. Like how many people have come out successfully from the second round?
Not many, but few.
Not many. A few, but not many. So at this point in the NBA, first round picks are
correct.
I mean,
correct.
I think
they can be bust too.
I forget who was talking. I try to give people credit, but I forget what clip I was listening to, but it was one of the talking heads, and they're talking about how first round picks, like since 2016, I think it was like 18 to 20 of the first round picks are out of the league.
Wow.
Out of the league, not in the league bench warmers, but like out of the league,
like not
completely.
Even G League, just out of the league,
out of the league completely,
all
together. Wow. So even now, first round picks honestly don't really mean that much. To be honest with you, like it's like literally looking for a needle in a haystack to find your superstar, and outside of that, you might get some role player guys, but. Yeah, I mean, that's why. I mean, look at they're dealing first round picks like they're candy.
Yeah.
5 first round picks for Mikal Bridges. Come on now, like, bro. Like, I mean, Mikal Bridges is a great player. Like, he's not even a great player, but he's a good, solid player.
Yeah.
He's reliable. He doesn't miss games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but he's not going to score 30 points a game. He's not going to score 27 points a game. He's not going to score 25 points a game. Right? He'll give you like a good 17 and 6 or whatever. I mean, I'm just making stats up. I don't know what his actual stats, but he's not even going to be a 20 point per game scorer.
Wow.
But he's great in his role. He plays his role well. He's an Iron Man.
Yep.
But 5 first round picks, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
I mean, teams have their ways,
crazy.
Right? That's what we said about the Thunder when they were
one of the picks that New York gave up for him was 2031. Bruh, 2031.
Maybe they know
7 years from now.
Maybe they know something.
Like, that might be Tage. Like, that might be Tage's draft. Like, he might get drafted with that pick. Like, let's put this into perspective.
Wow.
Let's put this into perspective.
Wow. Yeah.
Because he'll be 18.
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
Yeah, he'll be 18. Yeah.
7 years. Like, that's crazy. We're trading away picks in 7 years from now for a guy who doesn't score 20 a game.
Who's probably 10 or 11 years old right now. Basically.
Like, that's how little first round picks mean to these teams at this point. Because it's so hit or miss. If there's not a generational guy there in the top 3 picks, what does it matter? I mean, even look at some of the drafts. Go back and look. Tatum, number 3. Jaylen Brown was number 3. Look at those picks. Like they think the Kings.
Yeah.
The Kings had the pick before. I don't know if it was Tatum or Brown. I think it was Tatum. They picked Marvin Bagley.
Marvin Bagley was balling back then, though. They're kind of like, yeah, you're right.
But
you're
again,
right. You don't know how someone's gonna.
Now he's toiling away in Washington.
Yeah, you're right.
Meanwhile, I think it was Sacramento they had like the second pick both of those years or something. This is like, had they drafted, they could have had Tatum and Brown. I think about like how different the league could be. There's
always the what if, right? Like, had New York drafted Steph, had the Minnesota Timberwolves draft, right? So
it's such a inaccurate. It's just let's call it what it is. It's a crapshoot. And so yeah. So then all of this to say, you get what do we care about a second round pick? And he's calling teams saying he'll go play overseas before the Lakers. Okay, well, the Lakers, first of all, as a second round pick, you're not getting a crazy good contract.
No.
Right?
No.
You're probably going to spend a lot of time in the G League, right? So why would I not want to go to the best situation for me?
No, agreed. 100%.
And absolutely, he's got, so yeah, if I think it was either Phoenix or LA. I'm going to go to where the best situation for me. Otherwise, I'll go put in the work and then force y'all to sign me.
I look at it this way. If any of us are in a situation where we are in the league and our son or daughter have an opportunity to be on the same team with you, would you not take it?
And why would the Lakers not do that from a marketing,
correct,
money potential?
Absolutely.
Like, come on.
Exactly.
Out of a second round pick?
And you know what happened after they did that?
Nike dropped that commercial.
We know what else happened?
What?
Every person who is an NBA watcher, viewer, whatever, consumer, started talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching. Cha-ching.
So however you all may have felt about it, you're helping feed into the machine.
Or no, it wasn't Nike that dropped the commercial. Was it Bose? The headphones. It was the headphones. But yeah, but either way, the point is for the Lakers, why would I not?
Correct.
If I can take a second round pick, which the odds tell me this pick is not going to work out.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
So let me go ahead and I'm just going to spend this pick on somebody who at least we can market because we got his dad here too.
Right.
And now we can market the two of them. And if it works out, even better. Well, if it doesn't work out, it was never supposed to work out in the first place.
And it makes your best player happy.
Right.
Right. Your best player now comes to the game, now comes to your facility in a happier mood, more ready to go. Right. He can give his son teach him the ropes. I'm sorry. If you're born into the house of a doctor, is it easier to become a doctor? Probably. Versus somebody trying to go learn how to be a doctor.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
I got a question for you. Does Bronny drive himself to the games or does he go with dad? This is a real question. Is he gonna go to the game with his dad like he did, when he was a kid?
So what he does is he starts off that way, but then eventually he grows into his own routine. He creates his own routine. He learns from he's been learning from his dad, but eventually he's going to create his own way. Okay. Which is what I think LeBron would want him to create his own way, make his own name. So I think he may start that way, he probably is already doing it. And then when the season begins, he'll start having his own routine, his own way. Because think about it this way. In the beginning, Bron and Bronny walking down, getting pictures, what's the fit, father, son, right? All those pictures, right? Yeah. Eventually to give him his own now image. So he creates his own image. When he comes on his own, more media talk. Oh, Bronny by himself. No, right? It's just people talking. So I think that's what's going to eventually happen.
I have a follow-up question.
Sure. What do you think?
So I think he going to start on his own.
Start on his own.
For those reasons, just to build up his own image.
Got it.
But it's still funny to think about.
Yeah.
So you know how there's a lot of kids who go to college and they get that first job. They stay with mom and dad until they save up some money for a little while. Question is, isn't it? So does Bronny continue to live at home or does he go buy his own crib?
I think he may already have his own crib. I bet
he probably already does. He probably has some NIL stuff.
I think he already has his own crib. He's already got his own brand, his own life. I think
it's just funny to think about I just live at home with my pops, go to the games with my pops.
But think about it this way. This is a father-son duo that I think everybody celebrated was Ken Griffey Jr. And Ken Griffey. Yeah. Same story. They were on the team together. Ken Griffey grew into his own, right? So there was so I don't understand how they got all this love and these guys are getting all this. Because I think Bron gets so much hate. So naturally it's going to filter down to Bronny now, whether he wants it or not.
So the last question that I have anyway is I think I read that when LeBron finishes the current contract that he signed would be the earliest that Bryce would be eligible.
So that's what I was thinking about too.
Do we get all three?
Is that the next?
Do we get the reverse of the Ball brothers? So
that's the thing we think alike, man. So I think if Bryce shows potential to get to that level, so
he's bigger.
He is bigger, correct.
And he's already shown the potential.
So if he gets to that point or when he gets to that point, I think I'm sure Bron will revisit his decisions or whatever it is.
I mean, because at this point, he's still not slowing down.
He's not.
Crazy.
Right. It's beautiful.
Did you see the graphic of him holding Bronny as a baby?
Yes.
And him now?
Yes.
And all his averages were about the same.
They're all about the same, right?
That's goat shit right there. I'm sorry.
That's insane.
That is goat shit right there.
It also tells you there's a blueprint you could follow.
I mean,
right? So pay attention to it.
That blueprint is like a 0.0000000000001% chance for most people. He's literally a statistical anomaly.
But that still means that it's not impossible. People win the lotto, right?
Bruh.
All right, so it's not impossible. But sure, it's difficult.
Difficult's one way to put it.
But it's not impossible. So there is a blueprint. At least you can't follow the blueprint. If you follow even 80% of it, that's a successful career. It's a beautiful career.
It's even 20% of it would be a decent career.
So and he has two sons. So think about it this way. All the greats, right, that we talk about. What was the next thing? Jordan's sons.
Yeah.
We had one in the works, man, right? We had one in the works, Mambasita, right? unfortunately, we didn't get to. We were not going to get to witness that. Although it was looking like it was very much going to be something special. Now we have another great with his son and potentially sons. It looks like we're back again. Little technical difficulties.
Gotta love it.
Of course.
On the episode of about nothing.
About nothing.
Yeah.
Right? So I was talking about, I think, Mambasito, right? We talk about the greats and their kids. You have a great whose kid may reach that potential, right? LeBron's kids will potentially reach that level that the other two's kids were trying to get to.
Yeah.
Right? Unfortunately, couldn't make it, was on the way, has made it, has started that journey. We don't know where it's going to lead. And another one on the way, potentially.
So I lied. I got one more question.
Sure.
Who's going to be better, Bronny or Bryce?
It's too early for me to tell that. Too early.
Not too early.
Yeah, for me, it's too early.
It's going to be Bryce.
Think so? Okay. Is he the
He's
Melo?
the Melo. He's the Melo.
He's the Melo.
I told you about Melo back in the day.
You did tell me that.
I told you Melo was going to be the best out of all of them.
His dad was saying that.
Yeah.
So,
but I believed that because he could shoot. And the way that the league was going, you got to be able to shoot. And I don't think Bronny has the size to last. Because he's like, what, 6'2"? Unless he has some kind of crazy growth spurt. He's like 6'2". He's small.
He's small, but bro, he's built though. Like,
yeah, but he's small still. But Bronny is like, I think he's like
Bryce.
Bryce. I think he's like 6'5" now,
is he?
6'6". Yeah,
we'll see. But he also needs to fill in a little more. Right?
Yeah, but I mean, that's what high school kid doesn't.
I don't know. Bronny's pretty filled in, apparently. He's jacked.
Yeah.
But again, we'll see.
Yeah.
So for me, it's too early to tell.
No,
so you think it's Bryce?
Oh, yeah, it's Bryce. We're going to revisit this one day and be like, remember when I told you it's going to be Bryce?
No, man. But honestly, I look forward to watching, not just him, but like any kid, especially like because of who his dad is.
Right.
He gets a little extra, not a little, a lot extra.
He's going to get a lot of
whatever, good and bad.
Bruh, you can't tell me the first time that he matches up against Anthony Edwards, that Anthony Edwards ain't going to be like, Daddy can't help you right now. Like,
oh, absolutely. Remember Alonzo was in the league first rookie season? Everybody went at him because of what his dad was doing.
Absolutely.
I feel like it's going to be a similar story.
It's coming.
But I'm sure though LeBron is preparing him for that. And it shouldn't be new to him, is what I'm saying.
It shouldn't be.
Because college probably was the same thing.
You mean
Daddy can't help you.
We averaged like 4 points.
Whatever the case is, I feel like he's already been trained and has gone through that, now just at a higher level.
Let me ask you this. Would you rather be if you were this, let's say you were the son of an NBA legend and you're coming into the draft, would you rather be the first pick or a second round pick?
I'll be the pick, whatever pick I deserve to be at.
Because there's different hype and different pressures that come with that.
Absolutely. But if I'm good enough to be the first round pick, why not? Why not?
I mean, yeah, but still, there's different pressures that come with that. I'm sure
there is. But again, if I am the best person for the job and position at that point in time, then why not?
If you ended up as a second round pick like Bronny, is there a little bit of like, damn, like I didn't live up to the legacy?
No, because I reached my goal that every other kid's trying to get to and hasn't gotten to.
Okay. Just hypothetical.
Let me think about it this way. How many kids try out for the NBA?
Yeah.
How many make it?
Yeah, it's a small group.
So I got to a level that whatever you may want to call it, I got there.
But this is the question I think that is what got everybody talking. Does he get there if he's not Bronny James Jr.? So
that's the thing that he has to now prove. That's on him. And that's the real pressure, right? Not the pick. The pressure is everyone's saying I got here because of who my pops is. No, I got here because of who I am. And that's something he has to go out every night and prove.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Yep.
That's my take on it.
That's true. I mean, that's really like legitimately where we are. I think
like that's what will motivate me.
That's where people are angry. I've seen some comparisons of other guys that didn't get drafted that had better stats, and they're like, how does this guy get drafted? Whatever. So it's a legitimate question, I think, because normally a guy who averages, 4 or 5 points in college is not going to get drafted into the NBA.
That's a valid point.
But he did. And so now he's got to, if he makes it.
Here's what I got to say about it. There's a target on your back. You can either.
More so than nobody else Nobody else right now knows anybody who was drafted in the second round, but one guy.
Right. Right, right.
And history will probably show that we're only going to remember one guy from that second round. And how are we going to remember that one guy is the question he has to answer.
Right. And that should be exactly the battery that powers him to prove everyone else wrong and just to prove himself right and to forget everybody else. I deserve to be here.
I deserve shit.
And I didn't get a handout.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If JJ Redick came out and said we didn't give him anything.
Did JJ get a handout? We talked about this last time.
We talked about this. It just gives me hope, right? Minus the resume.
Bro, I'm telling you, once you get this chip this summer, it's a wrap.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
It's a wrap.
I'm going to put my application in for the Wizards.
Bro, I mean, you just got next year. They'll have a coaching vacancy again soon. I think they just hired a new coach. So what?
Did they?
1-2 years.
Okay.
Can build up your
get another couple chips maybe.
Another couple chips. You'll be a multi-time, Super Bowl champion.
That's right.
That's easy money right there.
There you go. Boom.
Boom.
Put in my papers.
Man, I see it. I see
my
the vision.
Acceptance speech.
I see the vision. You'll be the first. You'll be a first of your kind.
There you go. Hey,
right.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I can break the ice and,
I mean, I'm here for it.
Hey, I already got my assistant coach there.
Who?
You.
What would you have me run? What would be my job?
We could figure that out.
Yeah, now I'm kind of curious. This is
figure
legit.
it out. Something we could think about and talk about.
Would you have me do offense or have Sean do offense? I have.
Who?
Ooh.
Oh, between the two of you?
Yeah.
Well, that depends. We have to come up with ideas and game plans and a whole lot of, not just off the cuff and on the whim. Like,
come on, man. RBA.
No. This is a deep, well thought out process. There's training and development, and there's a whole lot of process to this. Offense, defense.
I'll be assistant head coach.
Sure. But there's an opportunity.
There's an opportunity.
Yeah. So I have a lot more work to do. But
I'm telling you, you just gotta get these summer chips.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because they're paying attention to,
we got like
local leagues.
3 more games.
Huh?
3 more games.
3 more games.
3 more games. Took our first L.
We did take our first L. However, though, it was a wake-up call.
Yeah.
I felt like we were getting a little complacent or a little more, a little overconfident in our abilities.
See, I didn't sense the overconfidence. I just sensed that it was like, because the first 2 games we started hot out the gate.
That's our trend.
And then we just held on.
Right.
So it's just kind of like, okay, so as long as we can just show up, start off hot and hold on. And what happened was we didn't start off hot for once.
Right.
And it was like, oh shit.
Now what do we do?
And we fought back a little bit, need to put in that full court press, like.
However, though.
About half a quarter earlier.
When we went back and watched the tape.
Oh, yes. Free throws.
We had ample opportunities.
We did.
To not just win the game, but to easily win.
We did. Every player.
Correct.
Every player either missed some shots, missed some free throws, made some.
So just take the shots out, because shots can, might have a bad shooting night. Free throws are uncontested shots at the charity stripe.
Yep.
The reason it's called a charity stripe. It's not called a charity throw.
Right.
Right. Like a jump shot, a charity shot. It's called charity stripe.
Right.
And if you blew that, you deserve to lose.
Yeah.
How many NBA games we seen lost at the line?
What did we shoot? Like 40%?
I think it was worse than that.
It was bad.
And we lost by 4.
Yeah.
But we missed, I think I counted, and it was I think we missed total of like 13 or 14 free throws. There's your game right there.
Yeah.
That's a 10-point swing. Easy. Right?
Yeah.
So full court press or not.
It's true.
Free throws is what held us back.
Yep.
That's how I see it. That's how I saw it.
No, I did. I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. But yeah, it was just like, man, the comeback was fun though. I was like, we just ran out of time.
We did. It would have
been fun to do the opposite, right? Yeah. Where we started off and then held on to like start slow and come back.
Right.
But no, I am glad that they got a taste, because that's the problem we had last year.
Right.
They went undefeated.
Correct.
And never really got tested. Right. We kind of got tested a little bit in the one game. Yeah. It was like a 2 or 3 point game against the team we ended up playing.
Right.
In a championship, but like they didn't know what a loss was like.
Correct.
Or how to handle it or how to process it.
That's why I love teams that go through a loss early, because it.
Yeah.
So I look at for me personally, I look at a loss like this. I hate losing more than I like winning. The feeling of a loss hurts more than the joy of winning for me. So that's what drives me.
Yep.
Right? Is that I don't want to feel this loss. I want to. The win is nice, but that pain though, like that. Man, I could have only if I did this. Here's where I made the mistake. Here's what I could have corrected, and it was and that could have just switched it.
No, I agree.
So yeah,
I agree. Well, we got a couple more games, and really the regular season don't matter because
correct. It's the playoffs time. Man.
We all get into the playoffs.
Everybody gets into the playoffs.
That's all that matters.
So technically, you can go not win a single game.
You could. But I do feel like potentially we might be the team that we just lost to might be our first round opponent.
Possibly.
With the way things are shaking out.
Potentially.
Although be nice if the league put, the records up on the website.
That would be nice.
They did it last year.
To see where anyone stands, because as of right now, I don't know where everybody stands.
Right.
And there's other factors that are playing in the background of this season, which are very different from other seasons. Mm-hmm. But again, I'm just going with the punches. We're RBA.
It's Summer House League.
We're going to RBA it, right?
That's right. So I feel like we might see this team, twice?
Well, we play every team twice.
We play every team twice, but we might see them twice just within the next 2 weeks.
Potentially. Yeah. Well, there's every team. That's all we got is 2 more weeks.
Right. So because I think we have them our last game, right?
We have them. No, our last game. We had them our second to last game.
Second to last game.
Yeah.
Well, we don't come out ready. We'll have to come out ready.
Well, we have 2 practices before that. We're gonna whip them in shape. I mean, I don't. They got to get in. They got to get in frequency, in tune with the way.
It's too bad we don't have like a portable projector that we could just bring and pop up the clips on the wall.
They don't want that though, because I would tear up each one of them. I mean, and their mistakes.
That game was the one to do it because I already showed you like 6 different clips.
Correct.
Of nobody putting their hands up.
No, I agree. Everyone will get. They probably would not go home happy.
Well, mine has already got it from me.
Yeah, mine got it too.
So
mine got it too.
He wasn't happy with me.
There were some kids who I told them to their face at the game while it was happening. Right. Much respect to my assistant coach for not being that dad who goes by favoritism, and he told me to pull this kid out because he wasn't performing up to task. And that's much respect. Like, okay,
you were literally trying to get his son playing time. He was like, "Why is he in the game?"
Yeah, I was like, bro, like he hasn't played. I wasn't forcing playing time. He hasn't played.
Right.
So I'm getting him some minutes because a 10-man roster is hard to rotate.
It is. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's hard to rotate that roster. So I was trying to get every kid their minutes, and he straight out said to me, "Why is my so and so in the game?"
Bro, you told me that. I was like, "What?"
And I just turned around like, "What? You said that?"
Man,
he's like,
he wants to win too.
And he's like, "Take him out because he's not doing it. He's not performing at the level he needs to."
And he's the biggest kid too. That's crazy.
And that's respect, right? Like I respect that.
Yeah.
So you know what? Done. And unfortunately for that kid, he didn't see the floor after that. He didn't see the floor for the rest of the game after that. And it was crazy because later in the game, his dad, the assistant coach, was like, "Let's try so-and-so combination in this situation." I'm like, I bet. He not once did he talk about his son getting back in. Yet he did talk about his son pulling him out.
I mean, the video didn't lie.
It didn't lie, right? But it's a lesson though.
Yeah.
It was a great example of being fair. Being fair and not looking at someone, oh, that's my kid and he or she deserves to. No, kid's not performing.
Right.
That might not be the game for him.
Right. Well, there's a few of them out there that basketball may not be the game for them. But
I was talking about that
not just on our
game,
not just on our team, but like even across the league. I've seen like there's some kids like because the intent of the league is to be competitive.
Correct.
Right. It's not AAU, but it's still like. It's not just something to do.
No, it does get intense.
Like it's supposed to be competitive.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so when you, as a parent, throw your kids out there to, oh, this will be fun. You can play summer basketball, and you've never touched a basketball before.
Yeah, nah. Against
these 5th and 6th graders.
See, that's great at the lower levels, but when you start hitting the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grades, like you can't put a first timer in there. Manage your expectations is what I'll say.
Right. Yeah, right. They're not going to be playing the whole game.
Or even a lot of the game.
Right.
Because you can't help contribute.
Right.
Right. We're trying to win.
Right.
And we're trying to develop. Also, you got to show up to practice.
So I'm going to leave you with one new thing that I have not shared with you. I don't think I did anyway. Is that my daughter, she came to the game, has now said she might want to play basketball.
Music. So that's beautiful.
Might have to bring her to the next clinic.
Do it.
And she got to start off differently because she still got to learn the basics.
Sure.
If I know a trainer who's good enough,
you should reach out to
him.
Yeah, because I don't know any.
Oh, yeah. I bet you don't.
But I'll keep my eye open for one for you.
So now she said tennis. She said maybe basketball.
Okay.
And she's got height.
Yeah, but putting her through one of our clinics may turn her off.
No. Yeah. Well, at least for the running part.
Sure.
And then I can
right.
work with her. I can work
of,
with her on the side with.
Yeah. So we can absolutely not put her in too much contact related stuff, but we can absolutely give her the rest of it. Like this is really what it takes to get any sport you play.
Right.
Conditioning, tennis, whatever.
Right.
So
and she's going into 3rd grade, so
perfect.
She'll be starting early.
That's perfect, right? So yeah, if she's interested, by all means, most.
Yes, sir. So that was the new news for you.
That's awesome, man. That's music to my ears. So that's funny because my little one, right? He's basketball. I think he's gonna follow after his brother. The middle one, my daughter. Think she wants to try. So she's like flipping through a bunch of stuff like gymnastics and dance and whatever. But the recent one was soccer.
Okay.
All I told soccer, and then after that, basketball. I told my wife, please, I hope she doesn't want me to be her coach, but she won't like me as a coach. I'm not, I'm different. So she may not like daddy as a coach because I push the shit out.
I mean,
and I told my wife, like, not even her. I think the other girl parents may not like me because I'm going to treat them like boys.
Yeah.
I'm going to treat the girls because there's no difference between girls and boys, right? Like equality and this. Okay, cool.
Right.
Other girls are going to try to beat her, right? They're going to beat them. So we got to train for competition, not gender. So I'm going to treat them just like I treat the boys.
Yeah.
So
I'm 100% with it. But I said I'm just bring her to one of the clinics and be like, this is what you want to do. This is what you got to do.
Correct. Absolutely. And I might as well, at some point, even, if she wants to do basketball, I'm going to put her up against her brothers.
Yeah.
Learn to fight. Learn to scrap.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So,
what grade she going to?
1st grade.
Yeah, you got.
I got a little bit.
You got a little ways to go. This is the year because.
Correct. For you, it's the year.
This is when we're right on the
right
cusp of when D started.
Right. No, the 2-3 age, grade is like the ideal time. So I'm happy hearing that. Makes me.
Sure. We'll see.
See what happens.
See if she follow throughs on it, and
Hey, that just makes me excited to start another clinic soon.
I mean, be like, we got girls in the clinic now too.
Hey, that's right.
Yeah,
we're diversifying.
I'm telling you, it can turn into a legit business soon enough.
Hey, you know what? That being said, I think I'm gonna. We ran our last clinic, right? You were kind enough to take some pictures and some.
Yeah. So
we'll share some of those and just kind of give a taste of what our clinics look like and may.
Yeah. And try to take a lot of videos too, so you could.
Yep.
So you could really
get a taste of it.
Maybe we'll need to add that to our Facebook page. Be like, we run these clinics and.
No, I'm for it, man. Let's do it. Let's guess. The more, the merrier for me.
Yeah.
And it's not just the clinics on the court. We run clinics outdoors. We run hills. There's conditioning. We run clinics on a track, on a football field. So there's bleachers, right? So there's a wide variety of clinics that we run. We're not just one trick ponies.
No.
So yeah, man. So maybe we'll see you at one of our clinics one day.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be awesome. So. Sir, should we wrap it up?
Let's wrap it.
An episode about nothing, but we got an hour.
We normally do because once we start, we talked off camera. If we didn't ever plan anything, we could probably just sit and just film any regular conversation and get an hour.
And that's what I was. Let's put that to the test today.
That's right. Just talking about Team USA alone. We got
Bronny went a bit of
30 minutes. Yeah. Easy.
So yeah, there's plenty to talk about. Got to find the topics to talk about.
Yes, sir.
So again, we thank you for appreciating. We thank you for joining us.
We thank you for appreciating us too.
We thank you for appreciating us by showing your support.
There you go.
The likes.
There you go.
The sharing and all that goes. The comments, good, bad, or ugly.
Yeah.
So we thank you for all that. Thank you for joining us on another week episode. Remember to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, notifications, all that. Don't be shy in sharing your feelings. So I know many are not.
Clearly.
So with that being said, we apologize for some of the technical difficulties you may experience on this episode. We'll get through it. We'll RBA it And anything else, sir?
No, till next time.
Till next time. At
Peace.
Think RBA. Peace.